The end of 2021 has been spectacularly positive. The early access and indie titles on Steam. The last 5 or 6 games that I have reviewed have all fallen into this category, and they have all impressed me immensely. Is early access finally being used for good? Well, if none of my previous reviews have convinced you of that fact, maybe this one will. This is Motortown Behind the Wheel. Look at that, new top speed. Oh, so sorry. I am so sorry. It's the first time I've driven. I am so sorry. Hello guys, welcome. I'm 𝐒𝐢𝐦 𝐔𝐊 𝑑𝐄𝐕𝐈𝐄𝐬. If you enjoy this review, please don't forget to hit the like button and leave your comments in the comments section below. I'm desperately interested in hearing your thoughts and opinions on this game. In this deceptively deep and plentiful simulation-esque low-poly creation, your options and opportunities are copious. You can drive haulage and deliver parcels by car direct to customers' doors, or B2B parcel delivery in a van or a truck. You can even unlock the licenses required to drive a semi-articulated lorry. If that isn't in your bag, then you could start a bus shuttle service using a Volkswagen camper van, which can then lead to unlocking your actual bus license and allow you to drive one of these 30-foot buses, a school bus, or perhaps even a Greyhound-style coach. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, then why not try driving a taxi for a living? You can even visit the local tuning garage and convert your own car to be a taxi. But again, if that isn't already enough, you could also decide to race cars for a living and tune your car up to be a nuclear-spitting power vessel. Oh!
What happened? And the winner is Jimmy!
I think it was me! I'm pretty sure I won that.
No!
Yeah, on the inside.
I got you, buddy.
No, I think I had you there, mate. Which, by the way, can also unlock a career in the police. And if I can't tempt you into the game with any of those items, then how about driving an ambulance? Or perhaps getting involved in the production of concrete, which requires you to deliver sand prior to the concrete being able to be made. I think it's fair to say that there's a lot that you can do in Motortown Behind the Wheel, and when you have progressed and made lots of money, you can still buy houses, buy vehicles, and you can even store your sports cars there and then invite your friends to join you, and you can arrest them repeatedly until they drive headfirst into the ocean just to escape you.
No! Look at that! You know what? Goodbye. Do this.
Don't do it, Jimster. Don't do it.
I did it.
The controller support and implementation in this game is almost perfect. Farm Sim 22 should really take note of how it should be done. And I must reiterate again, the physics and the handling of each of the vehicles in this game is both authentic and very, very enjoyable. Long review short, Motortown Behind the Wheel is a really fun and enjoyable driving experience with excellently modelled low-poly vehicles that each have realistic weight physics and handle in a very, very realistic, almost simulation-level way. And you get all of this for less than £12. Let me say again, this game is still in early access. More is likely to become available in the coming weeks and months. Right now, despite my very positive review, there are some issues and missing features in the game, and I'm not going to list them all, just the key ones that I can remember off the top of my head. So, issues. The AI, they're pretty decent, I have to say, until they meet with an intersection, and then they turn into crazy lunatics. Just to give you some idea of how authentic the AI are though, some people like to drive really fast in their cars, and in this game, there is no difference. Now, if the police catch you driving on the wrong side of the road or speeding, they will try and catch you and give you a ticket. They'll also try and catch the AI if the AI pass them at high speeds on the wrong side of the road. That's quite a cool feature that you don't see very often. The 10-player online facility seems pretty okay, but it can crash on occasions and FPS can drop into the toilet when we're playing in multiplayer. Now, it's in early access, this is kind of expected. It's not bad, it happens maybe once every 4 or 5 hours. I think we can cope with that. There are smaller issues like turning off the HUD, which also removes the GPS, so it looks nicer, but you've got no idea where you're going. Little things like that could be fixed and changed quite easily. The way that articulated trailers work at the moment is buggy, and it's not in the least bit realistic. They are all preloaded and single use, and it's a bit of a disappointment. Having worked so hard to unlock the ability to drive these semi-articulated lorries, I really wanted the opportunity to be able to load up the trailer and deliver parcels here, there and everywhere and make a bloody great big fortune. But unfortunately, the game doesn't work that way at the moment, and I'm hoping that's something that changes in the future. Now, despite the game being excellent in almost every way and having a night and day cycle which you can adjust, you can have night and day cycles that happen every 2 hours, every 1 hour, every 15 minutes, entirely your decision, you can set that how you want. But unfortunately, there's no weather in the game, not even rain. Now, hopefully that's something that will change in the future as well. Question is, will the physics change in order to accommodate that weather difference? Regarding features that are currently missing, the biggest one for me is the fact that there's no head tracking. This is basically it's a must-have for all driving games, and it's disappointing that it's not in the game. I'd like to throw my 2 pennies worth into the devs' future development hat, if you will, and say please, 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 please do consider adding head tracking to the game. It really does make driving games far more realistic. Right now, there's no business management option. I think this is something that could really expand the game. It could be a lot of fun if you've got multiplayer mode switched on, you've got your friends to come and join and work for you. It's definitely something that's capable in the game. You can already buy houses, so why can't you buy businesses and expand on that front? I think there's more that could be done with the bus driving, for example. You could set up routes and have proper AI drivers driving your buses for you. There's a lot that could be done, but right now it's a lot of fun, but lacks that kind of depth that a business mode would potentially give you. Right now you can't own a trailer, which means you can't pick up deliveries as you wish. When you pick up a trailer, it's already preloaded with a small amount, a tiny amount of goods, which it's a bit frustrating when you've worked really hard to get to that point and you can't fill the trailer up and make an absolute fortune. Unfortunately, you can only make small amounts of money. The trailers as they are at the moment are single use only. You pick up a trailer, you drive it to a location, you drop it off there, you drop the goods off there, and then you leave the trailer behind. It's not ideal. I'd like to see that changed. Additionally, there's a very limited tutorial. There's not really enough of a guide to explain some of the gameplay mechanics. Run into a few issues where the game wasn't clear about how things are supposed to work. You can work them out eventually, but yeah, definitely some of them have been a little time consuming to figure out. Right now, there are no boats and there are no planes, or trains for that matter, at this moment in time. I think potentially this is an area that the game could evolve into in the future. Perhaps when we have multiple islands to travel between, it would make more sense to have boats and planes then. Trains, something that could possibly be added to the game. There is space for it, but I don't know. These are just features that I would like to see, basically. I'd like to just say that the issues and the missing features I'm mentioning here were somewhat difficult to collate, because Motortown Behind the Wheel is such an accomplished and excellent title already, and it deserves huge amounts of praise. But as a reviewer, it is my responsibility to try and identify all issues and then convey them to you so that you can buy the game with confidence and know what is and isn't in the game before you spend a single penny. But let's be fair, for less than £12, you will get a realistic, super fun, highly engaging, low poly title, which might very well improve considerably in the future to include head tracking. I'm hoping that's going to happen, please, 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 please. And I think the creation of a second island is almost inevitable as well. So don't delay, guys. This is a fantastic game. Please do go and consider investing in Motortown Behind the Wheel today. And if you're still not convinced, maybe head on over to 𝐒𝐢𝐦 Ultimate Realism, where I've got some 15 hours of gameplay collated and uploaded. You can have a look through those and see what the game is like to play. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.
Next one, I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Motor Town Behind the Wheel. You're not in police uniform. You find me, but you're not official. You're not officially dressed. Oh, wow. Look at that. He's drifting everywhere, and he's getting away with it. It's incredible. All right. Bye, guys.